Born Free, The Courage to Release Fear and Lead with Conscious Purpose. Written by ChatGPT and Jedi Steve. The child who is not embraced by the village will one day seek warmth by setting it on fire. African proverb. What if your greatest leadership breakthrough isn't learning something new, but remembering who you were before fear shaped your thinking? Early in my awakening, I was sitting in a Starbucks when I overheard a mother explaining to her little boy why he had to wear shoes inside. I understood the rule, but something deeper caught my attention. Parents, teachers, and society often try to protect children by teaching fear. Looking back, I realized why that moment stirred me so deeply. It wasn't about the shoes. It was about recognizing how many of those same fears had quietly shaped my own life. Have you ever asked yourself, which fears guiding my decisions today actually belong to someone else's past? At that point in my journey, moments like this made me angry. Years of buried emotions surfaced as I realized many beliefs I'd accepted weren't truly mine. Some protected me. Others became invisible limitations. Then I looked at the little Starbucks cup in the boy's hands. It simply read, "Born Free." Everything clicked. We all enter this world free. Then life happens. Parents teach us. Teachers guide us. Society conditions us. Some lessons protect us. Others become walls we were never meant to carry. Take a moment and reflect. What fears were handed to you as a child? Which stories once kept you safe but now keep you from becoming who you're meant to be? Many were shared with love. Others came through pain. Most were passed down by people doing the best they could with the awareness they had. There is no need for blame. Return instead to the innocence of a child. If anger shows up, notice it. Let it move through you. Anger can point toward healing, but it was never meant to become your permanent address. What becomes possible when you thank your past for protecting you without allowing it to control your future? Whether we realize it or not, childhood fears often shape our leadership, relationships, businesses, education, health, and dreams. Many people mistake those fears for their identity. Yet beneath every fear lives a deeper truth. Each of us carries an inner light with limitless potential. When we recognize that same light in others, competition becomes contribution, judgment becomes compassion, and leadership becomes service. Imagine how your business, school, or community would change if people led from that awareness. Business leaders, what bold decision have you delayed because an old story says you're not ready? Student leaders, what dream have you postponed because someone else's fear became your own? Every courageous step rewrites the story. The stories that once protected us don't have to define us forever. Growth invites us to become effective instead of reactive. To move toward possibility instead of away from discomfort. To choose courage over certainty. The more we heal, the less we need limiting stories to explain why we can't move forward. Instead, we move toward confidence, toward purpose, toward meaningful action, toward becoming the leader we were created to be. Remember those two simple words. Born free. Not born fearful. Not born limited. Born with the ability to love, learn, lead, and elevate others. The world doesn't need more leaders driven by yesterday's fears. It needs conscious leaders who remember who they were before fear became their identity and who choose every day to lead with wisdom, compassion, accountability, and purpose. What choice will you make today that your future self will thank you for? Jedi mode activated.
What do you guys think?